Greetings, everyone. I am Dr. Wolf, and today I am pleased to bring you another guest speaker who also happens to be a member of my family. Now, she did take part in one of my previous videos, along with two of her sisters, when we did a review on Equestria Girls, and it turns out that she really wanted to take part in another video talking about what she would like to see from MLP in Season 4. She even wanted to create some custom artwork to represent herself here, and I think it turned out rather nicely. I'm glad to see that she is continuing to enjoy MLP, even at the age of 17, so I would like to introduce you all to my niece. Greetings and welcome! I hear that you have some ideas of your own for Season 4.
Yeah, I do. I think the first of which, I'd like to see a backstory for Sakura. She's a very wise and gentle and patient creature like all the fans know she is, but I think both them and I would be very appreciative of seeing a backstory for her, just so you can find out why she's so mysterious, or why she has the traits that she does, or why she even lives in the Everfree Forest, because that's pretty intriguing.
As for me, I think there is still a great amount of potential with Sakura's character, as there really is so much you can do with her backstory. Where did she come from? Why did she choose to live in Equestria, in the Everfree Forest of all places? I can imagine a couple of different possibilities here. Either she became disillusioned with her people and decided that she wanted to make her own life far away from them, or there is even a possibility that she had been shunned by her own people and is currently hiding from them. There are a few hints throughout the show that might support this. For example, Sakura seems to have this habit of disappearing without warning. Like at the end of the Cutie Pox, she's there one moment and gone the next. She also seems to disappear whenever the princesses are around. Like at the end of Magic Duel, when Princess Celestia and the delegates from Saddle Arabia are enjoying the celebration, Sakura isn't anywhere to be seen. She took part in freeing Ponyville from the corrupted Trixie, but doesn't want to stick around afterwards? Now, this may just be that Sakura doesn't want to be noticed by others, but then again, this isn't the only time this has happened either. The most curious example I've seen of this behavior is during Luna Eclipsed. Sakura is taking on the role of storyteller during Nightmare Night, telling the young fillies and colts about Nightmare Moon. But when Luna herself descends upon the scene, Sakura is suddenly gone. And she doesn't show up again until much later on in the episode. Once again, she is helping the children with leaving candy for Nightmare Moon, but once Luna shows up, Sakura is gone again. Is this all just coincidence, or is there something else going on here? Would Sakura be intentionally hiding herself from the princesses? There may be something rather intriguing going on. You also had some ideas about what you'd like to see in Spike's future.
Yeah, over the past seasons, I was a bit surprised that Spike hasn't grown up much, or the Little Ponies for that matter. But Spike, I think, as he's being Twilight's pet, he needs to grow up a bit and maybe even go through a little bit of dragon puberty, and maybe have a moral theme about that, about growing up in that sense, or maybe even we find out why he is such a different species, why he has no wings, he can't fly, or why these kind of dragons are used in Celestia's Academy.
When we look at Spike, we can see that he has never had wings of his own. Now, this may just be because he is a baby dragon, and thus hasn't had his wings grow in just yet. But if you think back to Secret of My Excess, he had become a fully grown adult dragon in less than a day. And he is certainly a force to be reckoned with. But think for a moment here. Even in his adult form, he still doesn't have any wings. Why is that? Every other dragon we've seen in MLP have their own wings. Even the teenage dragons have wings of their own. So what makes Spike different? Is it possible that Spike is an entirely different species of dragon? When he sought to be with his own kind during Dragon Quest, did he really happen to find any dragons that really are like him? There could be possibilities for stories here with Spike, about how he has yet to really come across any of his own kind. I also hear that you have some thoughts about Diamond, Tiara, and Silver Spoon.
Yeah, I always thought their friendship was interesting, but it's also, like many I've seen in my elementary school days, like Diamond Tiara is that big, all-powerful ringleader, and Silver Spoon tags along for the ride. She acts much like Diamond Tiara does, but I think there was an episode that Silver Spoon just reflects on their friendship and how it kind of hurts people. Maybe if she decided to leave Diamond Tiara and make some new friends, Diamond Tiara would be able to learn a lesson.
Both Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon are shown to be bullies right from the get-go. The writers really haven't done much to add depth to their characters. Now, I've mentioned before about the possibility of Diamond Tiara being neglected by her family, which may have contributed to her bullying behavior. But I think I can agree that there is potential for a story here if there were some kind of conflict between Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon. That would allow some depth to be added to their characters, because they would both have to question what kind of friendship they have had, and find more of a reason for them to stick together. It could also create a lesson for the CMC, as they might actually like seeing Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon fighting with each other, at least at first. I could foresee a situation where even the CMC would have to realize just how important friendship can be, even for ponies that have bullied them for so long. Although, it may be difficult to create this kind of story and make it interesting enough for the audience. After all, Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon have only existed to be a foil for the CMC throughout the show, and it would be tricky to suddenly give depth to their characters. It is something that I would like to see, but I can also understand how difficult it would be to pull off well. So who is your favorite pony on the show?
Definitely Applejack.
Oh really, Applejack?
Mm-hmm.
So what would you like to see Applejack doing during Season 4?
I think I'd like to see some more episodes about her character development, probably because I feel she's a lot like me. I've always tended to connect with her in the episodes. If we could see more how her honesty shows through, or maybe her hard work, or caring, or wanting to make people happy, or even a character trait that's not that prominent, maybe if it showed a flaw in her and she could develop that, I think that'd be great.
That's good to hear. I can agree that Applejack is a great character with a great many admirable strengths to her integrity. But I can also agree that there really needs to be some added depth to her weaknesses. Some other flaw that will show that she is not as strong as she seems. It would add variety to her character and give more potential for stories as we watch her overcome her weaknesses. But it would still need to be handled with care, as any new flaw that you introduce still needs to fit with everything that we know about her thus far. But with some creativity and proper insight, I can see the writers expanding upon Applejack's character in ways that will help us to appreciate her all the more. I'm glad to be getting into these kinds of discussions about the future of MLP, as there really is so much untapped potential with these characters. I look forward to seeing what else the staff will bring us, while expanding upon their stories with our own ideas and interpretations. In the meantime, though, we would like to hear your thoughts about the ideas we have presented here, as well as any of your own ideas that you have for the future of MLP. Until next time, I am DRWolf, and I look forward to hearing from you.